The Shepnaz Podcast begins now.
Welcome to the Shepnaz Podcast. I'm Joe, and I'm your host today. And I have with me Pastor Brett Dillinger, our children's pastor, and we have a lot of stuff coming up this weekend, starting today, Thursday. Tonight we have the convocation, although we're not calling it that. I don't know if we ever actually decided on anything that we called it. But there is a kickoff for the school happening this evening.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to have an opportunity to kind of see what church is like a little bit on Sundays and also get to meet the teachers and everything. So just a reminder to all you that are listening, that's happening tonight. And if you're interested, even though you may not be part of the school, we are looking for people from church to come out and welcome the families and shake some hands and
Absolutely.
greet people in the lobby. That would be great. Plus, we'll let you peek in to what's going on and you can enjoy some worship. So welcome in, Brett.
Thank you, Joe. It's good to be here.
You've been kind of busy here recently. What's been up?
Oh, boy. A lot of stuff. I was out of town the last week, and now just getting back in here, getting ready for our back to school splash. Like you said, the convocation ceremony or whatever we're calling this here.
Yes.
And just Biker Sunday is coming up too, so it's a busy time right now.
So it's kind of different what we're doing this year. So there's two different events that are going on. And
Yes.
one of the reasons we want to talk about this today is just make sure everybody understood what's happening. So tonight's thing is geared towards our school families specifically because it's the start of school and kind of getting to meet the teachers and all that kind of stuff. But we have an event this Saturday that is also includes everybody that wants to come from the school, but it's open to the community, it's open to the church, it's open to everybody. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Right. That's a very good point of clarification, Joe. What's happening tonight is specifically for the school, like you said, with Meet the Teacher. It's just a time for them to get to meet the teachers and us invite them to the church. But what's happening this Saturday, as you said, also includes the school and everyone else that is outside of Shepherd Christian School. So Gahanna Public Schools or whatever school district you commute from to be a part of this church is invited. So it's something that I've been looking forward to a lot, and spending time in prayer thinking about it yesterday was very inspirational, and I have not been this excited about an event in a while.
All right.
So it's just an awesome opportunity whenever we get the chance to invite people from our community in, people that aren't usually here. And I've been talking to the kids like, bring your friends. This is an awesome chance for them to get to see what happens inside these doors and like even beyond what happens here at Shepherd, just like what the church is about, the message that we are communicating to the world, like our mission. And so that's something that I'm very, very excited about because obviously like the thing that I've been coming back to time and time again lately is just Jesus changes everything, man. There's no part of our life that he doesn't reach into. And so my biggest fear is that we might downplay that message. Like I don't ever want us in the church to get tired of communicating that message or like ever to act or appear as though that's the mission of the church and preaching the good news of Christ to the world. There's no greater message, and I just don't want us to get tired of that. And I've just been so blessed by the Lord lately to just be encouraged and just like rekindle that passion for preaching that message. And it's going to be awesome to have all those families and kids here on Saturday, and just a whole lot of fun too, which the kids are going to love. And I'm really happy to provide a space that's safe and friendly, but also focused on the message for families that maybe have never even been here before.
Yeah, we're not looking to just get people to add Jesus to their life. We want them to understand Jesus is life. That is the source of life. And so unapologetically, this is, yes, it is a family fun event. It is a very deliberately Christian event as
Absolutely.
well. And so kind of take us through a little bit of the planning, like what are the different things that are going to be happening that night and how's that going to like play out?
Yeah, so I can give us the whole rundown
All
now.
right, well, we got plenty of recording time, so just
all right.
have at it.
Cool. Sounds good. So the kind of idea behind the structure of the event is I wanted to be very intentional about making the message that we're trying to communicate, like you said, unapologetically, a primary part of this event. And so the way that ended up working out is in kind of like a stations method. So as people are arriving at 3 o'clock or even sooner, if you want to show up sooner, we'll be splitting kids, and again, parents can accompany them wherever they go at this event. There will be some stuff that they might even want to join in on.
Yes, please. Do not just drop off your kids. We want you to stay with them.
Yeah, but I'm saying even just watching from the sidelines, I think there's going to be some things that they're like, step aside. I'm stepping in. But so there will be kind of it's a stations layout. So there will be lots of different things that the kids will get to participate in. And one of those things among the others, and above the others, really is the message that I'm very excited to share. But to not spoil that and just kind of tease the rest of what's going on.
All right.
We're gonna have spongeball dodgeball, which is basically like dodgeball, and like you would want to be able to play dodgeball with water balloons at an event like this, but then they break and you go through them so quick. So the idea is these sponges that you can fill and throw and squeeze out and refill and throw again, basically
Nice.
just like dodgeball, like usual. There'll be a dunk tank, and there are definitely going to be people in this dunk tank that you are going to want to dunk.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I was talking about. I think parents are going to want to be a part of that. But and then a water balloon launching station that I'm very excited about. I've been working on the water balloon launcher this week, putting it together, and I think that kids will love that. I loved doing that type of thing when I was a kid, and full transparency, love to do it even still. So
Yeah. There's going to be a line there.
Oh yeah. And I'm trying to be strategic about the way that we plan this event because I want everyone who shows up to this event to get to participate in and experience all these different things, just to maximize the fun,
Sure.
really.
Well, and to that end, when you were talking about there being different stations, like, so they're going to be in groups.
Yes.
And that's not by age or anything like that. It's just however they happen to show up, here's
Yeah.
the first 15 or the first 20 or whatever.
Right.
And we throw them into the mix, right?
Yeah.
And so then they're going to move from spot to spot.
Yep. And so how it's going to work is at the beginning of the event, at the edge of the parking lot, there's going to be a check-in station, which basically all that is we're going to give the kids a color wristband that helps them identify what group they're in, and then they will have a color group leader that helps kind of like direct kids and parents as they're moving from one station to the next. So they'll have like the time schedule and know when we're moving and all that stuff. And even, goodness, even if you're a little bit late, we can always give you a group and slide you in there. You might not have the chance to get to everything, but yeah, so that's kind of how the rotations are going to work.
Get ready for a splash-tastic time. Join us at Shepherd Church on Saturday, August 17th, from 3 to 5 p.m. for our back-to-school splash. Enjoy water balloon launching, spongeball, dodgeball, dunk-a-passer, and more. Plus, hear a special message about the friend we have in Jesus. Bring a friend and a towel.
Sunday is coming to Shepherd August 18th. Services are at 9 a.m. and 10:45 a.m. Guest speaker Dr. Sam will bring a message, and there'll be a biker blessing after the second service. Bikers will saddle up and ride Utica to enjoy some ice cream at the Old Mill. Find more details about all upcoming events at shepnaz.org/calendar.
All right. So definitely want to try to get there right at the top just so that you have time to be involved in everything.
Right.
Because we've only got a couple hours, about 3 to 5 p.m., right?
Right.
So, show up early, be one of the first groups to be able to get through everything. And you had mentioned, you had the launcher, you had the dunk tank, sponge ball. Was there anything else that we're looking at?
Yes, there's also a water dance party, which for lack of a better word or lack of a better explanation, working in kids ministry, it took about 90 seconds to figure out that kids constantly have the wiggles and are looking for a way to get it out. So we're just going to have some music playing at that station and some sprinklers going and just give kids the chance to kind of let loose. Hopefully that'll be a blessing to parents when the kids are crashing later that night. Just to get their energy out and have fun, maybe sing some songs that they know, that type of thing. And then also slip and slide, which will be a whole lot of fun. And then we're also looking at giving the kids an opportunity to get some pictures at the end of the message presentation that if they bring their friend with them, they can get kind of like a Polaroid picture to take home and remember this event.
Nice.
And
that's like a legitimate, like, little Polaroid
physical
thing,
photo, yeah.
Which seems really out of character these days, but it's pretty cool. It's a novelty now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. How's things shaping up with volunteers and all that kind of stuff? We have all the spots filled. Do you need some last minute help or anything?
Yeah, I mean, we can always find a place to slot you in, even up to the last minute, even if you have a change of heart and decide this is something you want to be a part of. But specifically right now, the biggest thing we need help with is we're still looking for a few more color group leaders. So again, the role would just be spending time with kids and helping kind of guide kids and parents along the path from station to station, cueing them on what time it is to move. And we have flags for them to help them kind of like rally the troops and
air traffic
move
control
on.
kind of thing.
that type of thing.
Exactly. Well, for anyone that is hearing this and they're interested, we're only a couple days out. To keep things as simple as possible, email podcast@shepnaz.org and we will forward the request. Also, we will put a link in the notes to be able to go to the Sign Up Genius because you do have that set up, correct?
Yep.
And there's still a few slots there that if you want to be able to fill that out as well, then you can go ahead and see what we're looking for and maybe fill those positions in the last couple days. Yeah,
and you don't have to be someone that regularly volunteers with kids here. You don't have to be one of our regular small group leaders or anything like that. Maybe you've never even volunteered with Shepnaz kids before. That's okay. Like, this is a great opportunity to do it for the first time, to kind of get to know the kids that are part of the very same church that you are, and just to go back to what we were saying at the beginning, to just kind of love on some kids that are a part of the community that maybe don't yet know Christ. So.
Well, and not only do we, of course, have the Back to School Splash, but just for a moment, re-hit what we do on regular Sunday mornings, because just because we're doing this on Saturday doesn't mean we're not doing things on Sunday. So tell us a little bit about what's planned for regular Sundays.
Yeah, so like you said at the beginning of this episode, it's a busy week. We got the convocation on Thursday. We have the Back to School Splash on Saturday, and then the next day is Biker Sunday, which is something that we'll be able to tell families about at our Saturday event. But yeah, as you said, it'll be pretty much business as usual for Kids Church on Sunday. And what that looks like is we have a nursery class, a preschool class, and then an elementary class, which is kindergarten to 5th grade. We have small group leaders. If you love working with kids and you feel the Lord leading you to do so, we are always looking for more people to lead small groups and just be positive Christ-like influences for our kids. And if you would like to do that, you can always reach out to me. But it's Kids Church on Sundays is one of the best parts about the week, and it's just a super awesome time, and really cool that one of the things I love about it is that as young adults or middle-aged adults of all ages that come here on Sundays, they find fellowship here in the body. And I think that is something that doesn't often get talked about when it comes to kids. But there are kids that come here and see friends. I was one of the kids that came here and had friends that some of my best friends were at church. And so just getting to spend time with other believers at such a young age, I think is really beneficial. Yeah. And it's just an awesome time of learning for them and teaching. And it can also be, truthfully, a time of learning for volunteers and pastors like me too. So
nice. All right. Well, is there anything else that you kind of wanted to hit before we wrap it up for today?
Just in advance, thank you to anyone that's helping. And even outside of that, a huge thanks to anyone that just comes and enjoys this event with us. Like I said, we're super, super excited and really happy to get to host this event and just reach out to people in our community and share, like I said, like the greatest message that's ever been told with these people. So thank you for coming. Thank you for volunteering. Just thanks to everybody.
Great. All right. Well, you heard it here. If anything that you heard, like, sparks your interest, like, I could probably get involved in this, go ahead and reach out by emailing podcast@shepnaz.org. We'll make sure we get that request forwarded to Brett, and he'll be in touch with you and he'll put you right to work. So also, you can follow everything that's going on at the church by going to shepnaz.org. We encourage you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. For Pastor Brett, I'm Joe. Have a great day. This podcast is a production of the Shepherd Church of the Nazarene, Gahanna, Ohio. Email to podcast@shepnaz.org and let us know what you think.